Imagine waking up in a country where each passing day brings us a new challenge. It is an unbearably hot morning because, surprise, surprise, there is no electricity. The fan stopped working hours ago. You blindly search for your phone and realize that it barely has 10% of its battery life left because you couldn't charge it overnight. This is life in Pakistan in 2025. A country of extraordinary potential and breathtaking beauty, taken down by mismanagement, corruption, and chaos. From the peaks of K2 to the mesmerizing and beautiful valleys of Swat and the golden deserts of Thar, it's a place that could easily get to the top for being the #1 tourist destination. But here's the dark side. While nature has done its part, humans have done the opposite. Consider, for instance, the northern areas. Thousands of visitors go to Hunza, Skardu, and Fairy Meadows annually, but one can hardly experience things in the proper manner. Roads, narrow, damaged, and oftentimes blocked with landslide debris. Rooms, overcharged and maintained as if one never left home for ages. It is a serious challenge, even just to get decent drinking water. And then there is the pollution. Karachi, known as the City of Lights, is facing the issue of smog. You might be thinking, wasn't it Lahore getting smog every winter? Yes, you are right. But Karachi is not far behind in the face. The streets of Karachi are littered with garbage, and the odor of waste makes it unbearable to live. You think this sounds harsh? Ask anyone who lives there. It's their everyday reality. If there's something that keeps Pakistanis together in this chaos, is the shared frustration over the economy. Inflation has now hit levels that have never been seen before in 2025, and for most, even basic needs have become unaffordable. You went to buy groceries, for instance. A huge shock strikes you as you notice the prices of basic goods. The government has set a different price, and vendors are selling them at double prices. The end result? You end up buying groceries for just a week and your wallet is empty. Fuel prices add fuel to the fire. The price of a liter of petrol is so high that people are preferring public transport rather than taking out their cars. Public transport, on the other hand, is crowded and inefficient under normal circumstances, but has become the only option for many. But it's not just about money. It's about dignity. Parents struggle to put food on the table. Students drop out of school because they can't afford tuition, and families are forced to make heartbreaking decisions, like choosing between buying medicine or paying rent. Do you think this is exaggerated? It's not. This is the grim reality of millions of Pakistanis. Politics in Pakistan is nothing but a circus. The next day will bring another scandal, another protest, or a new promise that everyone knows is not going to be kept. Rather than solving issues faced by the majority, political leaders blame each other for the consequences. Talking about Islamabad's red zone, where protests are as common as traffic jams every other day. One group is demanding better wages, another is focusing on the resignation of the prime minister, another is protesting to save the leader of a political party, and much more. It's not the end. There is more to it. Elections, when they happen, are no better. Allegations of rigging, voter intimidation, and corruption are common to hear. And what do the people get in return? More promises, more speeches, and no real change. Do you think this cycle will ever end? Most Pakistanis have given up hope. Basic necessities are a luxury in Pakistan. Electricity, for instance, is something people plan their entire day around. Load-shedding schedules are shared like weather reports. No power from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. today, someone says. Better charge your devices now. And it's not just about convenience. Businesses suffer huge losses because of power outages. Factories shut down, offices come to a standstill, and students can't even study properly. There's also water. In cities such as Karachi, people pay water tankers money because the government doesn't deliver in proper quantities. Rural women walk for miles to collect from wells and even risk their safety and health conditions. Healthcare, meanwhile, lies in ruins. Hospitals are overcrowded, staff is unqualified, and if someone has to go to the emergency room, disappointment hits upon finding out that nobody is available to see you. Or worse, no medicine is available. Do you think this is good? Of course not. but that's the hard fact. Education is supposed to be the cornerstone of any nation's progress. In Pakistan, however, it is seen as an afterthought. Elite schools cater to the rich, where facilities and curriculums are world-class. For most, however, government schools provide the only options, and they function barely. If you happen to visit a government school, you will see classrooms without desks, teachers without qualifications, or those qualified have low salaries and students without textbooks. Many schools don't even have basic facilities like bathrooms or clean drinking water. And then there are the millions of children who don't go to school at all. Instead, they're out working in fields, factories, or street corners, trying to support their families. It's a heartbreaking sight, but one that's all too common. Do you think this is fair? It's not, but it's the reality for countless families. The society of Pakistan is a rich blend of traditional values, various cultures, and modern influences. There is one section that is tech-savvy, progressive, and ready to see change happen. On the other side, you have the traditional side that never allows any modernization in their tradition. Take the case of women, for instance. In the field of technology, in sports, or in media, many women have broken barriers. There are still other women who have to fight hard for basic rights such as education or the right to choose a spouse. Religious and ethnic minorities face the same problems. This isn't what Pakistan was supposed to be, is the voice of many people in Pakistan. And they're right. But behind this dark side, Pakistanis have a treasure of resilience. No matter how tough things get, they often find a suitable way to cope with it. When disaster strikes, whether it is a flood, earthquake, or economic collapse, this nation always stands with each other. People donate whatever they can, volunteer their time, and support one another in ways that make them believe in humanity again. Even in their daily lives, Pakistanis find ways to celebrate. Weddings, cricket matches, and religious festivals are occasions of joy, even when money is tight. It's this spirit of togetherness that keeps the country alive. So, is there hope for Pakistan? The answer is complicated. On one hand, the challenges are enormous. Corruption, mismanagement, and social inequality are deeply ingrained. On the other hand, the potential for change is undeniable. Life in Pakistan is not easy. It is chaotic, unpredictable, and frustrating. But it's also a place of extraordinary beauty, rich culture, and unshakable hope. So, what do you think? Is Pakistan the most impossible country to live in? Or is it a land full of untapped potential? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this.